What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. I was having some internet issues. Finally got it resolved. By the way, make sure to turn on your screen recording, right? The alarm did go off, just a heads up. My internet was going in and out just now. Hopefully we don't have any problems into the open. If the stream cuts off into the open, then you guys know that that's kind of what's going on. Hopefully it doesn't happen though. Hopefully we're good to go. Yeah, AZTR. I think we could see the opening surge, but we'll see. We do have a bit of a wedge going on. Let me write up the watch list. There's quite a few stocks that I'm looking at here, actually. ATPC. Let me just get all of them pulled up into my recents. SOAR. Potential side stocks. GPAK. All right. Those are cheaper stocks that might make a move today. But the main stocks are ADIL, AZTR primarily, and CMAX yesterday. Even MIRA looks decent, somewhat decent. I think MIRA is worth keeping an eye on too. Those are my main stocks right here. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up as we're getting ready for the market open. MIRA from yesterday still looks good. Might give us an opportunity or two, and will be worth keeping an eye on. The halt levels, I believe, should be a little bit more extended. Hopefully. That way we got some room in between the halt levels. So there's about a minute to the opening bell, and we do have a high point around 572 here. Lows around 478 for AZTR. Currently up 250% and looking really good. So perhaps over 6 into the open will be the entry that I look for. It's moving up already. Looking decent. All right. Time to have some fun. As usual, let's remain disciplined. I do want to put out a little bit more shares today, but I'm going to start off slow as usual and then increase my share size as we go. Couple of seconds to the opening bell for AZTR. It's already gotten over 6. Maybe it just goes. We'll see. It's going to be risky, but yeah, it's just going to go. My goodness.
WSO.
The only way to get in is just to buy and just put a stop in place, kind of thing. I didn't jump in, but it's gonna give a nice move. Sometimes these hot markets, man, it's like you gotta just go for it. Sometimes playing by the rule, well, we always want to play by the rules, but we don't want to get carried away and take big losses. It's all good in the neighborhood, so we'll pay attention, we'll keep waiting, we'll be patient. If it didn't move over 6, I could have had 572 and or 6 to buy, giving me 2 entries, the whole dollar and then high of day, pre-market highs, but Let's see if MIRA moves up a little bit. I'm streaming on the wrong screen. Really? Holy crap. My bad, guys. My bad, my bad, my bad. I keep, it's the second time that's happened to me this week. I'm getting old. Warning screen. So AZTR is halted up. We got ADIL. Perhaps a second string stock. Hopefully you guys did read the warning, which is that day trading is risky business. So from 73 all the way up, not bad. There's 2. Does it have what it takes to go over 2? Not quite. ADIL, very strong though, very strong. We're seeing some good opportunities here early. It might need the pullback, but it's just, it's still here at $2. I'll pull it up on the other screen here in a sec. Just in case. Yeah, it goes. It's gonna go. Can we see 10, 20? We're gonna make some decent money there. ADIL. Still holding. See, it becomes tricky when we're this aggressive and we're not pulling back, right? There's no red candles, it's just going. I'm gonna have to size down just a little bit so I don't give back too much in case it does dip. 25 is the halt up. We got about 2 minutes to AZTR resumption. 2 minutes. That one is going to be very risky. It's going to be volatile. It's the first halt, so I could be aggressive, but I got to be accurate, or else I'll go big red. Here's a drop to 2. It's somewhat holding. Are we going to continue to hold? I'm going to give it some more time. It did hold 95 or so. Man. Very strong, very strong. Okay, AZTR, there's less than a minute. This one does ADIL looks good, but AZTR resumption. I'm only gonna use 1,500 shares because it's a little extended. I'm gonna prep big size in case the first trade is good and I do want to size up. I'll use like 35. I'll use 4,000. Yeah, it'll be risky, but risky is my middle name here today. I accept the risk always, always. I'll do 2K, 2K base, 4K.
WSO.
Here we go, we're at 731. Here we go. Nice, can we get a dip? Son of a... Man, no fair. I could have bought there, but that was only a couple cents drop, 30 cents drop, and then $1.50 rip. Now it just seems to extend it to even touch. It's all over the place. I'm going to switch back to ADIL. I mean, you know, the way how I'm long ADIL, the way how this thing is moving it's just a little tricky at this point, man. I don't doubt that it can keep going, but there's a ton of risk. I'm long ADIL, watching to see if the 1 minute candle does make the new high, and if it can get back up to two, maybe 210. But AZTR, sadly, no trades. '95 is the 1 minute candle to make the new high. ADIL, just waiting. Can we get through 95? There's 98. I should have had more shares in here actually. I'm rejecting.
WHLR.
Scratch trade. Looking for the bigger move over two. Not quite seeing it. AZTR, you know, is it basing out? This one is failing here. APCT, not much here. The 5 minute chart still strong, of course. 830, 880, 866. 1 minute candle to make the new high would be at 45. Today is one of those types of days. If you chased the stock, you know, it's like you could have potentially been rewarded. But sticking to the rules, sticking to the rules, sticking to what works majority of the time. 57. Ooh, man, there's a 20. All good in the neighborhood. That spread opened up like crazy right there. What's interesting is that I was looking at the ask price, and then the moment I switched away, the ask price is in the moon. My goodness. The dip is gonna come down. If it holds up, if it continues to hold up the $8 area, maybe we get back up there. SMFL. That was a disaster of a loss because that was only 1,000 shares. 40 cents or 30 cents plus. The dip is going to work though at 8. Tried for 835, 837 area. High of day is at 10. The spreads are massive here. It might go, but it's definitely risky business. The halt's at 75. This has to be one of the strongest stocks maybe this year. Definitely top five in terms of just penny stock price range. Between 1 and 10, 1 and 20.
WHLR.
ADIL back over 2. Everything right there was fair game. Break of 10, it's a high risk trade, but it's going to work. And then the dip back to 10 is also going to work. So there's 2 entries there. Not aggressive enough to jump in. ADIL is also curling back up. The high there is at 19. It's currently 07, 06. Can we see the bounce back on ADIL? Low of the current candle is 13, and we got a high of 31, high of day 39.
QLI.
ADIL, we'll see if it does come a little lower. We're seeing some selling pressure. If not, I'll get back in a little higher. Can we see back over 25, back over 30? The resumption on AZTR is coming up in a bit. Over 45, I'll be back in. 62 for the halt up. 48.28. So there's less than a minute to the resumption. $33 fill, kind of high. I don't know, I mean, the stock is so strong that it makes sense to keep watching it, right? AZTR. It's coming up in 20 seconds. It makes sense to keep watching it because it's just so aggressive. Let's see how it does. If there's a proper dip, I'll be in. Just a miserable fill on that dip, whatever. 20-cent loss, 1,000 shares. Break of 50 for ADIL. Can we see it? I'm surprised no buying came in there. Like, I mean, there's so much selling. I kind of bought back still, thinking the buying would come, but buying not really coming. We should have held up 30 area. AZTR, man. Stock of the day. And I'm red on it, 600. Not good. Definitely could have been more aggressive. SMFL looks dangerous. The bids on that one might be problems. So from 17 back to 30.
RGC. QLI.
Fair game there, fair game. Risky trades, risky business. Rejection of the highs. But the buying volume there was incredible, though. For what we've been seeing today, I think we're at the shot. Need a little lower if I'm going to take this trade here. We're already kind of pulling back in a bit of a weaker state. But it needs to not break down. If we're to come down to these levels, we got to hold up. We need more of a pullback. Freaking AZTR, man. Anytime you mess up, you got to look at yourself first. And I had some areas I could have bought, like I saw the entries clearly, but there's a part of me thinking, the move is just so extended. But the stock is flying up $1 a share in all of those areas. I knew once we saw that push in pre-market of it like coming up over 6 before the open, it's like maybe it just goes, but you're never certain. I didn't want to just jump in and have a massive red start to the day. Didn't want to just have a massive red start, so took it slow and maybe took it a little too slow. This candle is about to close in like a minute and some change. It needs to get going. If not now, when? A lot of turbulence. Need more than that. Come on. No, we're not seeing it. Is it going to be a slower grind up here? There's so much more resistance now. It might, I don't know, it maybe might not get back up there. Short sellers are definitely it feels like. It seems more heavy. But if it does go, then it can squeeze because then they'll have to cover. So that's always the good news. So I'm thinking maybe I just wait for a higher entry where we're like taking off instead of like chopping around so much. I already didn't hold the trade at 30, 31 area. SMFL is too dangerous with the spreads. It needs to fight through this level here. There's 55, but can we hold? Yeah, I got filled 57. 70. What's it gonna be? Over 70 or dip? Only 75 though. Let's cover, cover, cover. There's a bid. There's another bid. I don't remember doing any analysis on this stock, but I have a trend line up there, 280 or 275. Seems to be pulling back in this range. Perhaps resistance from a prior day, right? Blue line. So I want to see if it comes down a bit, how we can react, and if we can get back over this level. It could take off again, but it's definitely seeing some headwind here. Oh, can we see that push through 90 and through $3? They should be covering into the moon here. Cover, 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 cover. We need to see more covering, more buying. There's some sell. There's a small $1.95. I mean, what we've been seeing today. I wouldn't be surprised if it just teleports up. I'm gonna size down a bit for now, as it's coming back down a bit. We're seeing a red candle on the 5. Ah, man. Can't help but feel just a tiny bit frustration, man. All I had to do was be slightly more aggressive in those areas. Fast store, too much on the defensive side. And I did
RJC.
the right thing too, which was to size down. I sized down to just 1,000 shares because I'm like, at least at this rate, I can, take a couple trades, try to get warmed up, despite missing the first move. And that halt resumption, man. That halt resumption. You gotta really be reactive because I kind of had a bit of a bias, which I think was the problem. I saw that dip. I'm like, man, that's not a real dip for this type of move. Thinking too much about the risk of buying, and then the real dip comes. You gotta take it as you see it, which is what I did yesterday on that resumption, right? MIRA. The YouTube stream definitely getting neglected here with this chart. I have 3 stocks up top, so and I can always see the chart. So I don't look down here for minutes on end. The chart might not be on screen, or it might not even be the right stock. But there's a reason why I don't do that as much. Like, I don't look down as much because I've noticed in the past that I tend to miss trades when I come here to like adjust this, chart in frame. So until the stock is doing what it's doing now, where I don't have an entry at all, I'm just gonna, you know, do what's necessary here to capture the trades. The trades come first in this situation. So I do like that we've curled up. We've had a low 50. At this rate, it might not dip down again, so you know, perhaps a scalp or two back up. Smaller size for me. I do want to be careful in this type of area. We'll see if the 1 minute candle can continue here. But the stocks definitely seems a little more sporadic. The new 5 minute candle is 2 minutes out. Trending back up. ADIL. AZTR is moving again. You gotta be so quick to jump in, man. You gotta be so aggressive to jump in. Son of a gun. Watching at it on this bear flag. It needs to hold up these levels here. 60, 70. If not, it might be a little too much of a dip. It's gonna be a decent trade. 17. It might not be ready yet, so I gotta be careful up here. Dips might be a little bit better for now up until we get a breakout. So if it can keep holding up this level here, it'll be pretty good. It definitely needs to get over 58. 60. 60's resistance. Will we get a true test of strength here? Might not have been a good sell. I could have held that a little lower, but yeah, I could have held that a little lower. Jeez Louise, teleporting. I don't want to see it coming down there again. If it does, it could be trouble. It's held up enough times. This is where we need to just see the move. But we're getting a bit of a topping wick. Still a little early though. It seems like it's close. I could be completely wrong. Waiting though. Watching. If it breaks down, it'll need to reclaim immediately. And if it does come down, I gotta be careful with the fills. Because if I get high fills, then I'm not gonna be able to hold it. What's it gonna be? No push over 10. It looks like it's definitely churning here. If it flushes out again, I'll take it. Only mid 20s. There seemed like there was a hidden buyer tonight. So we'll have to see if it gets back up to like $10 again. Definitely worth a shot in that area though. There's 47. Will it just climb all the way back up? There's 70.
SLRX.
Oh, there's a seller here. Will it get through easily? I like that it's bounced back, but we got to see some strength in this area here if we're to get through 10. It might be getting ready. Such a bad fill. Is it gonna go to the moon? Oh crap! I'm out too soon. But that was a high fill, man. It's right where it needs to be here. It's probably gonna go again very soon. Waiting. Can we see the burst of green? Or am I just delusional here? Come on. Talk to me nicely here. Waiting patiently. There's a bid there at 80, but only 26,000. It really needs to get over to 1060. It's the big level. Alright, gotta be careful. Taking some losses. This is not what we want to see here. This is weakness. The bounce. So-so. That's not what we would want to see. It's still here, but maybe we need another 5-10 minutes. ADIL. Still relevant. And maybe is on to something right now.
SLRX.
There's some activity on ADIL, but are we going to be able to push through 70? SLRX. How's that one looking? Looking pretty decent. Should have pulled it up a little sooner. The halt is at 53. I'm one tick too soon on a dip. Scratch trade there, 40 bucks loss. Fair fill. Can we see the bounce? Can we see the bounce? 35. Can we see the continuation? Dang, sold that trade too soon. 77 bucks. It should be 300, 400. I gotta try to sell the ask if possible on some of these entries. Watching 18 for a dip. It's gonna hold. Yeah, I should have pulled this one up a little sooner. It's pretty good. Pretty good move here. Massive
RJC.
seller at 30. It looks like it might come back up. That was nonsense. That trade there was bought before the sellers even evaporated. I got the hype fill. Come on. These market orders are going to take me to the depths, I tell you. One market order at a time. And the lows are holding, which I like. And it's a good reaction to that type of seller. 40,000 shares being bought up so easily without a problem. The halt up is at 80, is at 95. Can we see the halt up? That's a brutal fill. I gotta, I don't even know if I want to say that out loud, but let's just say I gotta be more aggressive. I gotta be more aggressive. I gotta be a little bit more aggressive. The high is at 87. It's having some chop here. Waiting patiently. See that trade there, I'd be in if I get the fill I should have had. It's a little frustrating. But sometimes as you buy, that green comes and you kind of get that slippage, you know? You're gonna miss a nice move here.
RJC.
These fills are taking me to the depths. Nice sub 7, sub 4 rather, around 407, getting filled at 15. The spreads are tight, but again, sometimes that wave of green coming in, but getting that fill on the ask.
RJC.
Oh, my order's just sitting there, so this should be great. Still sitting there. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. This platform is killing me right now. What is that? Maybe that's enough trading for one day. Take it easy, wait for the next stock. I'd like to see this get locked in here at 08, 508. Halt up, SLRX. It looks like it'll get locked in. And we are locked in.
SLRX.
We'll see if we had we'll see if we get a nice dip and rip here. Guys, don't forget if you're watching on YouTube to hit that thumbs up. We're seeing one of the hotter days here in a long time here on the stream. We haven't seen this type of solid momentum since maybe MLGO, and of course going back to February, some of those hot stocks like HOLO. Maybe some GameStop action. SLRX halted up. I'm going to give the watch list stocks a quick look through here. ADIL sold off. The cheaper stocks not really in play as much as we got the higher price range doing well. GRI, no good there. Popped up and dropped. MIRA, not much. SMFL, no good. SOAR, not much. CMAX, not much. So it looks like SLRX is the only one really in play. $35 and 25 seconds. 35 and 25 seconds. Once again, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you are watching on the YouTube live stream, hit that thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. Yeah, using market, we're supposed to get filled on the ass. But Thinkorswim, let's say Schwab does have price improvement. And as we know, the ask price fluctuates. I mean, the bid price as well, right? Very aggressively. So it's in some areas, even when the spreads are tight, there's so much buying in that range that the ask price that you're thinking you should get filled at, you're filled 15 cents higher. The ask price is just going up in like a second or two. So you definitely got to be careful. Some people like to use pure limit orders in some situations to help SLRX. We got a couple seconds. Let's see how it does. Looks like 10 minutes. Looks like 10 minutes. I'm going to keep an eye though, just in case resumes randomly.
RGC.
We got another 3 minutes to resumption. Another 3 minutes.
RGC.
Two minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes. Waiting for resumption. 508. It's showing 540, 550, so this thing might resume significantly higher here. We got less than a minute, little less than a minute. SLRX. Big Steve, brother. Dip and rip looking good. Hopefully we get a nice dip. I think it's looking good. I think we might see it here. And as you know, no fear, no hesitation in the next 25 seconds or so on SLRX. It's showing 50. plus. We might resume at like 51, 58. This could be crazy. 10 seconds on my side. Watching and waiting. 5, 4, 3. Time to go racing.
SLRX.
Can we get a dip? 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 What the? What? Where did I get filled, brother? That should have been a massive win. It might go here, but can we see the pullback first? $7.30 for highs for halt. $7.30 for the halt. It should chase it down. Can we see it? Can we see it? Can we see it? Not quite. 760 now. I kind of saw that coming too. The moment I'm in, I'm like, it might be a too risky of an entry here. The low is 20. We still look pretty healthy if we can hold, if we can maintain. There's a slight spread. If it's strong, we could retest the highs, but we'll need to hold up those lows that we just made right there. It's seeing a little bit of turbulence. It seems like it's holding, but it's still a little early. Can we hold up this dip? If not, maybe it retests the lows. Big levels here again. The halt down's at 519. We haven't had the bounce yet. Maybe that's it. 60 to 6, 40 cents. Looks like that might have been the bounce right there. Yeah, if you get caught in some of those flushes, right, you gotta definitely try to cut it quick. This is the beginning of the end. Backside. If this is to make a new high of day again, I would be, I would be impressed. Well, I definitely didn't expect to see this type of momentum today, but it's good to see that we can still see aggressive strength like this. Because sometimes you almost forget that this type of these types of moves can happen. It's like not until I go back and watch some of the videos, like from February or from like years ago, that you can sit down and see like, wow, like a stock could actually go up $4 a share in one candlestick. You know, where it's like extended doesn't even apply. This thing is slowly grinding up here. Does it want something more? Because this is a pretty big bounce if we're to, be selling off. It's not out of the woods yet, but if it comes up a little more up there, there's 50 and 60, it definitely starts to look real interesting to trap short sellers. Uh, at least not yet. That was a good attempt there. Kind of right at the level resistance. If that goes through 50 properly, it probably goes straight into the halt up. Short sellers get nervous in that type of situation.
RGC.
But that type of rejection gives them confidence, right? So perhaps backside indeed.
RGC.
RGC. ADIL, big red candle there. ADIL. Big red candle. ADIL having a hard time. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up once again.
CMAX.
Stocks like this I wouldn't touch. Just not enough volume at all. RGC, just not enough volume for me to get involved. And even Zap volume is a little too light. Is that it for the morning session? Perhaps. Perhaps it is. Perhaps it is. Perhaps that's it. And then we come back later for the next couple of stocks. There might be more stocks. There usually is more stocks on a hotter day like this. You'll probably see another stock or two before the day's over. So if you're going the distance, you definitely got to keep an eye. You definitely got to keep an eye. Could be at any sort of time, right? 1 p.m., 3 p.m. But if you leave out, you got to know that you're going to potentially miss some trades. But everything right now looks like backside. AZTR, is it going to be one of those stocks that gets back to the highs within like another 2 hours? We'll see. BBLG, not much there. CMAX, not much there. GPAK, not much. The cheaper stocks below $1 didn't really, make moves today. MIRA, is that halted down? Looks like MIRA is halted down. If it gaps lower, sometimes I like those trades, but not gonna push my luck. Not on that one. SLRX backside. We took a pretty big loss on that one, like 70 cents or something crazy. That was a pretty poor trade. I kind of knew it the moment I got in. Like, this is way too much of a high risk area. Sometimes it's good to just let the dip bottom and then look for the double bottom trade. So that would be, let's pull it up. That would be this entry here. Let this dip bottom because nobody knows where the bottom is going to be. And then when we come down next time, use it as risk. Use this area here as the risk. And be long in this bubble. So the moment I bought, I'm like, yeah, this what am I doing here? And as we know, the markets are merciless, right? So the moment you mess up, it's waiting for you. Because I literally sold like a second later, thinking this is not the best trade. Blink, look back, we're all already down another 70 cents. So I think that's gonna do it. It's gonna be another nice day of action. Tomorrow again. Tomorrow again for the live stream. Today I had some internet issues. Not sure what really happened, but I had to go restart everything for the internet to work. But hopefully you guys were able to do well. Hopefully you guys are able to catch some of these nice sweet entries on SLRX, ADIL, and we also had, I'm forgetting the name already. Jeez. AZTR. Here we go. AZTR. Hopefully you guys are able to catch some nice entries on these super strong stocks. So remember, if you're interested in getting involved, you guys can always check out MMU if you want to learn this hyper scalping style. We've been here on the YouTube since 2018 doing this. It's been quite the journey. And every year we've been getting better, we've been progressing, and we're killing it, man. So shout out to the community, not just myself, but we have a ton of students who I'm pretty sure I don't even have to guess. I don't have to guess because I know what we're capable of here in this community. So without even looking at the P&L section right now, I can already say that we did well. That's the type of confidence that I want to have for even the broader community. So for those of you who are interested, you can definitely check us out at MMU to get started if you want to learn this hyper scalping style. Other than that, you can check out the scanner that I use to get these watch list stocks every day, which is called Momo Pro on the left hand side of the screen. I can post the links here for everything. For the classes, we are running a coupon, so you guys can check that out. Coupon code STATION. We're also giving away a traveling setup, just like the ones you guys see in those videos. So if you're a new student, your name is going to be entered automatically, right? If you utilize the coupon code STATION. For any existing student, you guys can purchase a ticket to enter into the raffle. It's all on the website there. I just posted the link. And I'll post the link for Momo Pro here as well. Momo of the Pro. And lastly, if you're interested in joining the chat room, I know some of you guys really are bent on this YouTube stream chat, right? I mean, at the end of the day, people love free. And the chat room used to be, the Discord chat room used to be free for some time. But we started getting too much noise, like too much random people joining and not really taking it seriously. So we had to create some filtration systems. Now the chat room is very elite, and I honestly think there's no higher concentration of profitable traders anywhere else. The stuff that I see, man, I see these people charging like 125 a month for the chat room that they have, 500 a month. And without even joining their chat room, I know it's not even half as good as what we have. I don't even need to join their chat rooms to see. You can just tell from just the outside looking in, like they're not, so many of these people, man, they're not transparent. It's why so many people, if you guys look at those TikToks, those Instagrams, those Twitter posts, we get a little bit of hate here in this community because the other fake gurus out there, right? The fake gurus, they don't like this realness right here. When they see someone like me come on and live stream on here every day, it kills them because they know that they're hiding so much. So when someone real is doing it, it puts pressure on them. And you know, Big Steve knows, man. I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna talk that talk because
RGC.
at the end of the day, this is as real as it gets. We come on here and we do the business live in front of the audience, in front of hundreds of people every day. No hiding, no tricks, no gimmicks. Full screen, right?
RGC.
With the last couple of numbers of my last couple of account numbers showing, because I'm a madman and there's nothing for me to hide here. All my trades today, all my trades today to show the world, to show the people. Nothing to hide. Start to end. And we do this every single day. The one thing that they'll respect us for is keeping it real, right? The people out there who are the doubters. But all the real ones who are here every day, you guys already know what it is. Big Steve, man, it's one of those days. We got to talk a little bit of that talk. Not too much, though. So we'll shut it down right here. And I'll be keeping an eye on this AZTR, Maybe I go live in the Discord and stream again if it does make another move. But it's a nice sweet green day. We're up $1,500. We had some bigger losses. We didn't take a lot of the trades that we saw, so we definitely could have been way more aggressive. I tried to reduce size on AZTR early to try to get into a good groove, but still wasn't pulling the trigger. These stocks, I tell you, these big moves right away, it's always tricky for me to get in. But sometimes you got to take a loss or two to wake up, right? Sometimes I need a little bit of a bigger loss to kind of get me going too. I find the positive in it, and then I just keep pushing. But I said today that I'm not gonna say something right earlier, and I was referring to chasing. It's like I felt like I needed to chase entries to make way more money today, and I didn't chase. I didn't chase anything. But if I did chase today, I would have been up, 5, 10 times more. So, it's one of those things, right? The the rules of engagement states to not chase because we can find ourselves in trouble. And that doing that consistently is going to lead to losses and inconsistency overall. So, chose the disciplined thing to do. I definitely would not recommend chasing to anybody, especially not the beginner traders. When you do get to a higher level and you're someone who, let's just use a guy like Marcelo, for example. If a guy like Marcelo wants to take a chance and take an extra risk, maybe he can. But, you know, it's one of those things as a teacher, it's like, do as I say, not as I do, right? If we're to ever find ourselves doing that on a day like this, because it's risky business and you don't want to build a bad habit, right? If you have the higher level discipline, maybe it's something you can do for one day and kind of get away with. But if not, you can find yourself in trouble. So you got to definitely be careful and not overdo it. Take the green, smile, and then come back again. Tomorrow again. Red to green. Red to green, how you doing, man? Red to green is one of the realest. In fact, red to green, I have something I want to show you here. And I'm going to stop the recording because yesterday's recording was so long that it had issues uploading. Red to green, I got something I want to show you. Hold on. I'm going to end the stream as well. We have a dedicated video for red to green in the chat room here. For those of you who don't know, red to green is another trader. Not as public as he once was. I gotta put on my audio for this too. Can I get full screen on this? Hold on. This video is dedicated to red to green. Looks like the audio is on. Let's get the volume right.
I am thinking about quitting trading, blew up today. I am quitting. I am quitting. I am quitting day trading.
Again?
Anyone rage quit before? Does it feel good?
I usually rage trade until the pain is unbearable.
Gonna quit.
I'm not gonna play the whole video, right? But for those who don't know, red to green is a great trader. The guy is making good money. But anytime he has a small loss or a red day, it's like he used to have this huge overreaction. And it's like, almost ready to leave trading kind of thing. So the editor here in the chat room made a video for him. Anyhows, that's gonna do it for the day. Red to green, man. Whenever you are ready to rejoin the chat room, you know where we are. You gotta at least come and give us a good update. And this section is strictly for, nonsense, memes. Anyhows, let's see if anyone did post early. Congratulations to the chat room. Let's see, was this yesterday? No, today. TC, small red. No. Today's the 23rd. Haven't posted yet. Nice 2K there. 3.2. So we have some nice Cursey, MNQ, getting it done. Markets, nice day. OM, Rich with the small size getting it. Shout out to Rich, by the way. Rich is a pretty cool guy, Chicago native. And whenever we go there, man, he has to show us around. And you know, I heard a lot of good things about the pizza over there. Plato the trader getting it done. Throwing, way to go. Good, glad to see you're doing well. TC, off to a green week, slightly red on the month. TC, be sure to check in with us. Whether myself, Marcelo, Tim, SF, getting it done. One of the students here as well. All the purple names are students. This is what we love to see, man. Judge, Dan, slightly red today with the smaller size. We're going to upload our archives, so of course you guys can check it out to see all of our entries and exits. Myself, Triad, Marcelo, and Tim. Black getting it done. Black 10. 403 there. Another 125 there. Another 1K. Cactus with a nice day. SF adding to the day. Team getting it done. Jackson with a nice day here. 7K. Way to go, Jackson. Jackson bouncing back. Dynasty with a nice day here as well. Kersey adding to the green overtime here, updating us. And it's pretty early, so we're gonna get a lot more updates later throughout the day. Broster 1100 saying gave back off a little off the top. Jelly, way to go. So a lot of people did well. There's gonna be some red P&Ls here and there as well. Beam, nice day, saying 2K off the highs, gave back a little off the highs. Big Steve with a record day. Big Steve getting it done. So we have, you know, again, as I said earlier, without even having to look at the P&L section, this is what we do here in this community, man. It's all about business. So if you're someone who's out there sitting on the sidelines, you know, the choice is yours and only yours alone to make. But this is what we do every day. Stay safe, stay green. You know, some of the heavy hitters haven't posted yet either. Guys like Save, who, if I had to guess, is probably up like 30 grand today. Stay safe, stay green, guys. Stay disciplined. Keep an eye out for those stocks that might come later in the day that can give us more opportunities. It's been Relentless Trader, and I am out. How do I join? RT's been here 5 years, never asked how to join the chat room. Here, I can post the link again, and then I'll be out of here. This chat room is not free. It used to be free, no longer free. All right. Chat is 14 bucks a month. Very, very fair price, if you ask me, and also if you ask others too. Especially when you look at the craziness of what's going on with these other people, and how aggressive their pricing is for what they offer, especially. But anyhows, take care, stay green. Later, guys.